What's going on, everybody? This is Kyle Manzolini. Yesterday, I went to go see Inside Out 2. Now, going into this, I was pretty excited. I'm a fan of the first Inside Out. It's genuinely one of Pixar's best movies. It's very inventive, very smart, very funny, and really hits deep emotionally. And when they announced this sequel, I actually wasn't opposed to it. Like, there's definitely more to explore in the world of Inside Out, especially as Riley gets older. Because in the first movie, she was a kid, she didn't really have a whole lot to worry about. But now she's a teenager with everything to worry about. And with that, you get all the new emotions, so I was curious to see what they were going to have. And it just was definitely set up to be one of the best Pixar sequels. And sure enough, I can confirm that it is definitely one of the best Pixar sequels that we have gotten. Like, it's such a natural continuation of the first movie. That you could really tell that the animators and the director and everybody involved felt really passionate about this movie, and that it did not feel at any point that it was a money grab. The animation, as usual, for these Pixar movies are just absolutely gorgeous. Like, I don't know how these animators keep improving their game, but I'd have to say it's more gorgeous to look at than the first movie, and the first movie was also very impressive visually. But there's more corners that we get to explore with Riley's mind. There's some exciting new characters, some that break the traditional CG animation. There's some 2D animated characters in there, and some other really cool characters, and all the returning emotions I felt were more evenly balanced than the last movie, because you really just spent the last movie with joy and sadness, while fear, disgust, and anger were left with Riley to try and navigate her through her highs and lows. But here, the core emotions that were introduced in the last movie, I feel, are have the right amount of time to do for each character. They all help each other out in their own unique ways. They definitely work together better in this movie than they did in the first movie. And the new emotions. Anxiety is definitely going to be the talking point of this movie. And she's a very well-written character. And she's played brilliantly by Maya Hawke. And they literally cracked how it feels when you have anxiety in this movie. Like, couple moments in this movie, I definitely wanted to strangle anxiety with the choices that she was making in the movie. And I thought the other new emotions were actually pretty solid additions. Like, envy was pretty funny from time to time. Ennui was pretty cool, and I got a kick out of embarrassment. I can't really go into much with his character, but as the movie progresses, you can really grow to like him. And like I just said, the story just truly feels like a natural continuation of the first movie. There's lots of interesting points. It's this actually might, I think, now that I think about it, I think this one might be funnier than the first movie because there were points in this movie that I laughed out loud genuinely several times throughout this movie. Whether it was at some of the hidden stuff in the background or some of the actual jokes that were happening. And yeah, it's a genuinely hilarious movie. Also, like the first movie, it's very clever. There's some, well, like I said, there's some new corners of Riley's mind that they get to explore. Some I don't want to spoil, but it's just very inventive, and they utilize them brilliantly for the story. And I actually really liked that we got to spend a little more time with Riley this time around, because you really feel for her in this movie with all the choices that her emotions are making, and she has these friends that she's made over the course of her life, while she wants to really impress this player on the hot new hockey team. And I just, like I said, I really like that you get to spend more time with Riley in this movie, because you really feel for her, and all this stuff that she goes through when the emotions are controlling her, particularly the stuff with anxiety. And this is nowhere near as emotionally deep as the first movie. There's no bing bong, no take her to the moon for me moment, or nothing like that in this movie. But the emotional beats that are in this movie still hit pretty well, even if there wasn't like a genuine gut punch like the first movie had. And there's some lines during some of those scenes that like are really gonna resonate with some people. Now, I actually did not have an issue with the pacing for this movie. I thought it was really well paced. It wasn't too fast. It wasn't too slow. I thought it was like the perfect pace. And also, it's about an hour and 40 minutes, and they take as much advantage of that time as possible. So yeah, I highly recommend Inside Out 2. It's one of the best Pixar sequels ever made. And in case you're wondering, if you want to, if you're wondering if you should see this in a premium format, I had the opportunity to check it out in Regal Cinemas RPX, which has a massive screen and very immersive sound. For the animation and the scale and scope of the movie, it's very impressive to take in all the gorgeous animation and just the overall scale of the movie on that massive screen. So if you want to see it on a premium screen, you can. You don't necessarily have to, but it'll definitely elevate the scale and scope of the movie. So yeah, that's gonna do it for my review of Inside Out 2. I am happy that it's doing as well as it is. I'm hoping that you guys check it out. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.